Good evening. The Board of Zoning Appeals for Concord Township for July 12th, 2017 is now in session. I would like to introduce my board. To my far left is Skip Sweeney and Brandon Dines. I'm Ivan Valentic. To my right is Chris Jarrell and Blair Hamilton. And to our far right is Heather Freeman, our zoning inspector. Under the advice of counsel, we ask that anyone speaking tonight must be sworn in, so please stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God? If so, say I do.
I do.
Thank you. Please be seated. This evening, when you're presenting your case or commenting, please come to the microphone and also state your name and address for the record. Thank you. Heather, were the legal notices submitted in a timely manner?
Yes, they were.
Thanks. All right. Tonight we have two variances with several. Well, two appeals with several variances. A 3-vote majority is required to either approve or deny your appeal. If your request is denied, you have the right to file an appeal. If that's the case, Heather can help you, okay? So first on the agenda is variance number 2017-12. Mr. Mark E. Georgie, representing Route 44 LLC, is requesting one variance from section 29.12 to allow for a 10-foot parking setback from the public right-of-way in lieu of the 25-foot requirement required for the property located at 7701 Crowell Road and being permanent parcel number 08-A-020-0-00-018-0. Second variance is also requested from section 22.04I, table 22.04 to allow for a 0-foot side yard clearance in lieu of the 20-foot required. Please come up, Mr. Georgie, and present your case.
Good evening. My name is Mark Georgie.
You've been sworn in.
Yes, I have been.
Your address, please, for the record.
The address is 8109 Crowell Road, Concord Township.
Thank you.
Does everyone understand the documents we kind of gave you on the situation?
I think so, but why don't you just
I'll
kind
explain
of
it.
briefly summarize and
Sure.
give us your thoughts.
We are trying to dedicate Gold Court, which is right down the center of 7701 Crowell Road, which has been there since 2007. We have a couple pending signed contracts on some of the back property, and to divide the property up, we have to have the road dedicated. For the road to be dedicated, there's a couple variances needed. One would be the parking concrete line of the existing, and then the second variance is regarding one of the future property lines will go right through the center of the building, or cut the building in half, so to speak. I know there's not temporary variances, but this is a temporary situation. If the variants get approved, the road gets dedicated, we make our deals on the property, and one of the contingencies of one of the deals is that building needs to be down within 7 months and moved to another location, which will bring up all the concrete parking lot, and there won't be any variances involved when it's done.
So it's clear for everyone, so the variances are only required because of the existing building that's on the site now?
One of the variances.
One of the variances.
No, well, both of them, really. One of them is because of the existing concrete parking or drive, which would be within the right-of-way distance of the future Gold Court. And the second one is the property line dissecting the building, which, once the building goes, there won't be any side yard.
Yeah, and then the parking lot will go and you'll reconfigure that.
Correct.
And you understand that when the building's demoed and you reconfigure the sublots and build whatever ends up getting built there, that the new buildings or new improvements won't have the variance.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Makes sense to me.
What prevents removal of the building now so that the variance is not required?
I can tell you.
Dumb question, but.
No, I can tell you really how this is all going right now, to be honest. We have 2 tenants in the building right now, which they know what could be coming down the pike possibly with them, with the building coming down. To relocate one of the tenants, the hardware store, probably go farther south down Cryle Road. Put that in, there's a sewer line that's making its way down Cryle Road. For us to put the addition onto the building, that sewer line has to be in place because the addition, the future addition that you haven't seen yet, will probably be over an area that has a septic system. So it's kind of like a catch-22. I'd love to take it down right now, but we need time for Drug Mart to get further along, so then we can attach. So it's a timing issue. It's not easy to just do it right,
Okay.
if it makes sense.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions? No? Okay, thank you, Mr. Jordan. Is there anyone else speaking for or against this appeal that would like to come up? If there's no further questions, a public hearing for variance number 2017-12, which includes 2 variance requests, one for the 10-foot parking setback and the other for the 0 lot line setback, is now closed to the public. I'm gonna do these one at a time, right, Heather? So I'm gonna entertain a motion to approve variance number 2017-12, which is and only the first variance, requesting a variance from section 29.12 to allow for a 10-foot parking setback from the public road right-of-way in lieu of the 25-foot required for the property located at 7701 Crown Road.
So moved.
Second. We have moved second. Any discussion from the board? Makes sense to me, Adam. You guys, everyone's good?
Yeah. I really don't see any alternatives to that, but
Yeah.
it fits with what they're trying to accomplish here, so.
Yes.
It fits with what they're trying to accomplish, so.
About the long-range plan here. Okay. Heather, the question is on the approval of variance appeal number 2017-12, the first variance request to allow 10-foot parking setback from the public road right-of-way. Yes vote is for the approval of the variance, and no vote denies it. Please call a vote.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Mr. Dines?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Hamilton?
Yes.
Mr. Valente?
Yes. Yeas have it, that variance has been approved. Next, I will entertain a motion to approve, again, variance number 2017-12. This will be the second variance, which is requested from section 22.04 I, table 22.04, to allow a 0-foot side yard clearance in lieu of the 20-foot required for the same property located on 7701 Cryle Road.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved in second. Any discussion on this one? Okay. The question is on approval of variance appeal number 2017-12, a second variance requesting from section 22.04 for 0-foot side yard clearance in lieu of the 20-foot required. A yes vote is for the approval, no vote denies the variance. Heather, please call the vote.
Mr. Hamilton?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Dines?
Yes.
Mr. Valente?
Yes.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Thank you. Your second variance has been approved as well.
Thank you very much.
Good luck going forward with your development. Okay. Next on the agenda is variance number 2017-13.
Recirca.
Recirca, thank you, Advanced Scientific LLC, represented by Clifford W. Crowley, is requesting a variance from section 22.04I, table 22.04 to allow for 0-foot lot frontage in lieu of the 200-foot required. For the property located 7528 Auburn Road and being permanent parcel number 08-A-019-0-00-050-0. A second variance was requested from section 5.02A 112 to allow a lot to include a parcel of land legally recorded that is not fronting upon officially dedicated and accepted public road in lieu of the required of fronting upon officially dedicated and accepted public road. Third variance is requested from section 29.12 to allow for a 0-foot parking setback from property lines in lieu of the 25-foot required. And the fourth variance is requested from section 22.04I, table 22.04 to allow for 31-foot and 34-foot side yard clearance in lieu of the 50-foot required. And I'm just gonna, I'll let legal chime in. The second variance is not actually gonna be required, so we will only be voting on the three variances, the first one, the third one, and the fourth one for this meeting. Is that correct? Thank you. So with all that being said, please come forward to the microphone and state your appeal.
Good evening. My name is Clifford Crowley. I'm the CEO of Recirca Biosciences, 7528 Auburn Road.
You've been sworn in, sir?
I have been sworn in, yes.
Okay.
The matter we're talking about today is the result of a transaction that occurred. It occurred in early June 8th, where our company was approached by a large Italian pharmaceutical manufacturer to buy one of our divisions. And that required us to, we were renting from a publicly traded REIT. They required the property to be included with the transaction, which made our situation very complicated to work out. We've indeed sold the division, our chemical development division, and our understanding is the Italian company, roughly about 96 people went to that situation. It looks like they're going to grow that company, but it required us to buy the property, which my business partner Michael Martell, who's here with us as well, and I did, and split the property in two. Have the remaining part of our company isolated to one of the parcels, and that's the parcel we're talking about here. We do not believe I'll have to reference because parcel numbers, there's a lot of references in here. The larger one, parcel, I believe it is, let me make sure. Parcel 1, I'm just going to reference this drawing just so I don't misspeak. Parcel number 1 does not require any variances whatsoever. Parcel number 2, called parcel number 2 split, is the one that requires the several variances. So I'll note for the board that there are independent access ways through easements to both properties. And the variance for property number 2 is the remainder of our business, and it houses 80 people, essentially. Our goal is to build that business up, continue to do well with this company, and continue to add there. To be able to do that, we're required to sell the property to the Italian company. They do not want our residual business. So we we're a little bit in a pinch because we have to, it's either get this or the property goes with them and the other side of the business goes away. So we're very focused on this. My business partner and I have owned this company for about 2.5 years, and came in when it was in a distressed state, and we feel that done the right things to build the company and, you know, take care of things. So the variances that we're talking about, and I'll have to reference the one that's not required here, you know, but probably the most important one is the fact that the parcel number 2 split does not have frontage on the Wellness Way little cul-de-sac there. I'll note for the board that the cul-de-sac is very tight, and there's no way to get 200 feet variance on 200 feet frontage on that cul-de-sac. We have a paved driveway. We have permanently opened the gate for fire access to the back. I know that was a question from the fire department. So access is over a paved driveway over the easement that reaches out to Wellness Way. The other variances have to deal with, so the first one is the 0 frontage. And then the other variances have to deal with this little jut out that deals with this decrepit building that's in the middle of our property. We intend on demolishing that building, so very similar to the last gentleman, the variances will go away. We need to separate the parcels to be able to do this. We're under a little bit of a time crunch, so the property does not revert to the new buyer, but it is our intent to demolish that building and eliminate we call it parking, but it's actually just a walkway that's there that's adjacent to the building that accounts for the 0 setback as well as the you know, the distances on each side. So we think that will go away. The only question is, what's the timing we can get a contractor in there to demolish the building? So 3 variances. The biggest one is probably access to Wellness Way, which is the cul-de-sac there. I don't know if you want more detail than that, but it's probably good. Probably good.
So how imminent is the removal of the building requiring the 0?
We've asked for 18 months on this. We have not, we're 30 days in, we're just working to separate the companies right now, so we have not even discussed with any contractors yet. This, obviously, we'll do it quicker if we can, but we have no quotes, we haven't even started the process, so we're requesting 18 months. Certainly we can probably do that quicker. You can imagine this company was a spinoff of Diamond Shamrock and has been one company for 36 years. Separating this into 2 pieces is quite a project, and it's consumed us and it will continue to consume us for a short period of time. I'll say a couple other comments. We do not think any easements are required to get, any further easements are required between the properties. You know, I think we're covered there. I mean, that's basically it. Yes, ma'am. Permanent runs with the land. Mm-hmm. And that was part of the part of the whole Diamond Shamrock.
Ingress, egress easement?
Mm-hmm. And there's a permanent concrete driveway that's on top of it right now. You have a hot boardroom, by the way.
What's
It's
that?
a little warm.
Yeah.
A little warm up here.
We have a heat lamp above you.
Yeah, you know,
can't see.
there's gotta be a heater somewhere here.
Awesome.
Try being a middle-aged female.
Yeah, well,
So, I think, so is your concern been addressed that there's an easement in place for ingress and egress?
Yeah,
Okay.
provided, I mean, that doesn't go away. Are you
Right.
okay with it being conditional on that staying there?
yeah, it's permanent. It's permanent easement filed.
course, I recommend to the board that any approvals here would be conditional upon the lot split happening.
Correct. I agree with that. I think that would be a given, because, I mean, we're, you know, to make sure we execute on what we've committed to would be required.
When are you due to close?
The deal is already closed, the clock is ticking. We
Oh.
closed on June 8th. So,
Okay.
I mean, we're just 30 days into the transaction. And so, you know, if we had owned the property prior to the transaction, we could have gotten all this stuff done ahead of time, but because it was contemporaneous with the transaction, we couldn't get the REIT to do anything with us on this, so that's why we're jammed up a little bit here.
Any other questions?
Do you still rent from the real estate investment trust on your current?
No,
Your remaining
they're
lot?
completely out. They're complete, of course, you know, they sort of had us with some leverage. They required it to be taken out completely from the situation, which we did. And so Recerca Advanced Scientific, which is a company that we own, bought the entire property, and we're the ones operating to split it.
Okay. All right, you can be seated.
Okay,
People,
thank you.
questions? Is there anyone else here this evening that's speaking for or against this appeal that would like to come up? If there's no further questions or comments, the hearing for variance number 2017-13, the first variance is now closed to the public. Or for all, I'm sorry, for all of them, it was closed to the public. All right, so we gotta break these up again. We're not gonna read the second one. We're gonna do the first one, the third one, and the fourth one, okay? So I'm gonna entertain a motion to approve variance number 2017-13 for the first variance requesting from section 22.04I, table 22.04, to allow for 0-foot lot frontage in lieu of the 20-foot required for the property located on 7528 Auburn Road. 200 foot required for the property located on 7528 Auburn Road, with the conditions that the approval will be based on the conditions that the lot split will be executed, and that an easement will remain in place for ingress and egress from the property. Second? All right, we got to move in a second. Discussion on the board. Everyone's good? All right, the question is on the approval of variance number 2017-13 for the 0-foot lot frontage in lieu of the 200-foot required. A yes vote is for the approval of the variance, a no vote denies it. Heather, please call the vote.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Mr. Dines?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Hamilton?
Yes.
And Mr. Valenti?
Yes. That variance has been approved.
Mr. Chairman, I would recommend the second one in lieu of leaving it on the agenda to table it, because it's not going to be necessary.
Okay,
The second variance.
okay. Do we have to vote on that?
Yes.
Okay. For variance number 2017-13, there is a second variance request from section 5.028-112 that is not required. I'm asking for a vote to table that variance. Right?
So moved.
You want, yeah, motion.
Motion.
I'll move to table it.
Okay. So do we need a second?
Second.
All right. Then next will be, do we need a vote for that? Okay, please call the vote for tabling 2017-13, our second variance request from section 5.02.
Mr. Valenti?
Yes.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Mr. Dines?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Hamilton?
Yes.
Okay, the second variance has been tabled. Next will be a motion for variance number 2017-13 is the third variance requested from section 29.12 to allow for 0-foot parking setback from property lines in lieu of the 25-foot required. Motion, please.
So moved.
Second, anyone?
Second.
Any discussion? All right, the question is on the approval of variance, appeal number 2017-13, the third variance in the request from section 29.12. A yes vote approves it, a no vote denies it. Heather, please call the vote.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Dines?
Yes.
Mr. Valente?
Yes, that variance has also been approved.
Mr. Hamilton?
One more.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I'm usually last, sorry.
I'm sorry, I was
I'm used to being last. My apologies, Blair. All right. Last is a motion for variance number 2017-13 for the fourth variance request from section 22.04I, table 22.04 to allow for 31-foot and 34-foot side yard clearance in lieu of the 50-foot required.
So moved.
Second, anyone?
Second.
Any discussion on this one? None, okay. The question is on the approval of variance appeal number 2017-13, the fourth variance request from section 22.04 with the 31 and 34-foot side yard setbacks. A yes vote approves it, a no vote denies that variance. Heather, please call the vote.
Mr. Hamilton?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Dines?
Yes.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
And Mr. Valente?
Yes. Your last variance has been approved. Thank you. All right. Next on the agenda is approval of minutes. Call for a motion to approve the minutes from the June 14th, 2017 meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Second. Do you guys have any discussion regarding the deletions regarding the meeting?
No, my abstention.
I'm abstaining as well.
Okay.
No comments.
All right, the question is on the
comments?
approval of the minutes from June 14, 2017. A yes vote approves the minutes, or no vote does not. All in favor of approving the minutes, say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, the minutes have been approved as written. July 2017
Skip, did
meeting,
you say yes?
Skip, say yes.
the July 2017 meeting for the Board of Zoning Appeals is now closed.